Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome to the study session for Tuesday, August 1st. First on the agenda this afternoon is item A1, discuss regular agenda items. And I will start to my right, Councilwoman Bennett.
On the regular agenda items, do we want to talk about Firehouse now or later?
Do you have a question about?
I actually do. Ben, have you ever?
Where?
I tracked the question.
Okay, very good. We're going to have lengthy discussion, I'm sure, later. Councilman Jackson.
No questions at this time, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Merritt.
Just a couple, Mayor. Thank you. On item H4,
H.
H4 on the consent, we're looking at the new vehicle, the truck. This is for the public service officer. Is that correct? And Ben, this will mimic the model and that the North Texas Tollway Authority has that we saw.
That is my understanding, and yes, Chief McCoy has their information. He has also built a similar vehicle in another jurisdiction that has the same type of capabilities.
Very good. I think the public will be very pleased with that new particular vehicle once it's rolling. Thank you. Let's see. I would be remiss if I didn't ask my peers amongst the council if they'd reconsider the MetroCrest services contract for $200,000 to increase that, but I don't think I'll get any takers, so I will ask. No takers.
So you're asking if anybody wants to reconsider their
That's correct.
prior decision on MetroCrest
That's correct.
services.
That's correct.
Does anybody have
I saw no takers.
any comments? Any? None? Okay.
Mayor, I will allow my other questions to occur in public and regular hearings. Thank you.
Very good. Councilman Roman?
Yes, I do have a few. Regarding H5, I noticed that this is an unbudgeted expense. So are we transferring money into this fund, or is it that we have excess funds in that account to be able to cover this unbudgeted expense?
Good afternoon, Mr. Mayor, members of council. Ryan Sauter, Director of Public Works. This is a capital improvement, so it comes out of our CIP plan. Not everything in CIP is budgeted. It's designed to handle maintenance and repair within the system, and that's what this is. This was a water line that's out of service, and this is the only way to fix it is to line it. So,
Okay, and then will this create any traffic inconveniences or any inconveniences in the neighborhood to the
for
residents?
probably a couple days, you'll experience one lane of traffic on Webb Chapel. They'll be blocked off so they can excavate both ends of the line, pull that liner through. Should take about 2 to 3 days to do it, and then everything will be back to normal once we chlorinate the line and get a positive or a negative bacteria sample on it.
And do you know approximately when this project is planned to begin?
I do not have a timeline yet. Once council approves the funding source, then I will reach out to them, see how quick we can get this in. We want to move as quick as we can. We need to get this line back in service, hopefully within the next 30 days.
Okay.
That's our goal.
Do we have a communication plan for the neighboring residents who might be impacted and who might be wondering?
We
what's
will
going
put
on?
this out once we have the dates in place. We will put it out on our website. We will also put signs out. As long as we have a billboard available, because we've been using them all over town.
Okay.
If we have one available, we're going to put one out though. So we'll be doing some community outreach for this, letting
Okay.
people know that it's going to.
Sounds good. And that's all I got. Thank you.
Where, just as a follow-up to that, where exactly will that be? I can't remember right offhand.
This is Webb Chapel at Farmers Branch Creek.
Okay,
It's the line that runs under the creek, under the bridge. So we'll basically be going from the cemetery, just this side of the cemetery driveway, and I believe it's Selma to the north.
Yeah.
So right in that section.
okay.
All good? All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
y'all.
Councilman Baird?
Nothing at this time, thanks.
Very good. Next up is item A2, which is to receive a a biennial update from the Senior Advisory Board.
Which way do I move the cursor? I don't know how to change that. Hang on, let me practice. There we go. Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Deborah Hull, and I'm the chair of the Senior Advisory Board at the Branch Connection here in Farmers Branch, and I am happy to present our biennial report to council and members of the audience. We've been busy. I'm very, very happy to report that since the first time since last November, we have got a full board, 9 members. The 3 new members completed their orientation last night, so we are all ready to go. We've had a lot of projects, and we'll discuss that in the future, but let me go through some of the pictures. This is one of the pictures that we had from our ice cream social, which was a couple weeks ago. Again, our mission and vision statement, we really strive to fulfill both of these options. I heard a comment from a new member who had just started coming. I don't believe she's a widow. She just moved here, and she said that the Branch Connection has saved her life. So when we hear statements like that, kind of makes our day. And before I go any further, I would just like to say that I do have like 4 board members here today, a former board member, and we're just so invested in the Branch Connection, and they just want to show their support. All right, our membership. Since we last spoke in March, we are up to 1,200 active members, up from 1,100, and I believe last time we spoke last year at this time we had not quite 1,000, so we have increased over 200 members in the last year. Our participation is trending up. Right now we are offering, year to date, we have offered over 500 programs. So that's a lot of programming, a lot of scheduling. And again, thanks to Jackie and Ashley and Jennifer Stone and all the staff members up at the Branch Connection who work so closely with us. I mean, if we have an idea, Jackie's like, okay, let's do it. Okay, we can do that, but we can do it even bigger and better than that. So just so much excitement for all the programs that we provide during the year. Our customer approval rating is at 84. And again, 1,200 current active members. All right, so we've been doing a lot of stuff. We had a primetime tournament. We had 45 participants. We had that was the North Dallas Chair Volleyball. I'm sorry. We had 18 teams. We had 175 participants that came to the Branch Connection. Our primetime tournament, which we had with the teen program over at the rec center, came over and played some chair volleyball. We had 45 of them come. They had a great time. We couldn't pry them away. And we've also provided several wellness screenings. Dallas Medical, we've had over 50 participants. Fish and Fun, most of us or all of us were here for that. Over 1,500 attendees. Again, our Friday Franks, our big social events is what we strive for. 110 participants on the week, every month since we started back in March. The Ice Cream Social, and the Magic Show, which we showed pictures of at the beginning, 150 participants. Tuesday trivia, and I participate in this. This went from 4 members to 24 participants in an evening. It's such a fun night. And our casino trips are always sell out, and we have 54 participants. And I believe we're planning another one this month, and it is also sold out.
Hey, Deborah, before you go to the next slide, well, you already went to the next slide. That Friday Franks,
Mhm.
that 110 number,
Mhm.
that should really be about 550 to 600 because Matt and I cooked all those hot dogs. So, you know, we're getting a lot of people coming out for that every month that we do that.
Everything is
It's
trending
fun.
up. Everything is trending up. The Friday Franks, the breakfast, our Monday night mixers. You know, we're getting like over 100 participants, and it's just we're like, how many are we at? How many are we at? We're just like with our counter. Who's got the clicker? So yeah, we have great turnout.
Good.
All right, this is what we've got planned for the future. We're going to have our game night a little bit earlier this year. It's going to be September the 9th. Our theme is Wild Wild West, and we will be hosting it at the Branch Connection. Our craft fair is going to be October the 21st, hosted at Mansky Library. And we, of course, our renovation, which is in the it's in the processing. The plans have been submitted, so we're working on the final details before we send it out for bid. That was the latest information I'd received, and we can't wait. All right. Anybody have any questions?
Council, anybody have any questions? Deborah?
No?
No questions, I guess. I'll just
Really?
say, y'all are doing a great job. I have a lot of fun when I'm over there. So thank you for letting me come over and have fun.
Oh, and we thank you for cooking hot dogs. You keep us straight on all those grilling those hot dogs. You've got a system, and we appreciate your help.
So it's fun. So I would encourage anybody who hadn't been over there yet for Friday Franks or First Monday Breakfast or any of those things to get on out there and see what's going on. It is a happening place.
Yeah. Our Monday breakfast is this Monday at
Yep.
8 o'clock. So you're all invited. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next up is item A3, discuss city council liaison appointments to external organizations.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. Stacy Henderson, City Secretary. How is everybody's today? Here I'm going to talk about City Council liaison appointments to our outside organizations. So after each election cycle, we have those appointments. We do have a few vacancies. So some of the vacancies right now are our Sister City program, our North Texas Commission, and our Travel Expense Review Policy. So just to go over a few of those items, our Sister City program, that's our social agreement between Bassett Law Germany and Garbsen Germany that just promotes cultural and commercial ties. The North Texas Commission, it advocates for regional economic growth, business development, long-term transportation planning and infrastructure needs, and then our Travel Expense Review Committee. So council, if you would like to consider those appointments, I have an item on the consent agenda that we can go ahead and approve once you slate someone for each position.
Well, Stacy, can I ask if it's appropriate that if anybody is on something right now that they are not wishing to continue with or willing to continue with, please express that. We're happy to trade and whatnot. You know, one of the problems, many of these organizations meet during the day,
Yes, they
which
do.
makes it difficult for some people to get away. And I fully understand that. And so if there's anticipated difficulty, I'd rather know now and we can
Sure.
make a swap or a change or what have you, or I'll go sit if
Now's the
if
time
needed
to do
be.
that. Yeah,
So,
now's the time to do that as well, certainly.
okay.
Yes.
So I guess first one being Sister City program. Does is anybody have inclination to work on that? And correct me if I'm wrong, is Nancy Hardy still involved on that
No,
committee?
and I believe that is Bronson Blackson that is still involved on that committee.
Okay,
Mhm.
so that will have to change. Bronson's going to be moving out of the city at some point. So, but
We can.
as long
update
as he's
that.
here, he's here.
Yes.
Okay. So I can check with him.
When does it meet?
I think that's up to you all to decide. That was, correct me if I'm wrong, was that on a 3-year cycle that we would go and then they, or it was either 3 or 5?
I thought it was 5,
Okay.
and they went in 2022. So
So the next time they'll be coming here.
correct. Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Tina would like to do that.
All right.
Good. Okay. I think that'd be good.
I will say for the North Texas Commission, they do meet at 3:00 in the afternoon, the third Thursdays on February, May, September, and November.
Mayor Pro Tem Jackson's on that right now, and we do have one other
One other
vacancy.
opening. Yes.
I had written it down to attend that myself, but I just wanted to go see what it was all about. If there's somebody who feels strongly about being on that, serving on that capacity.
I'm willing to stay on, Mayor,
Okay.
but there's still an opening with me staying on.
Okay.
As many of you know, I work in the office on Thursdays, and so that's a little bit of a problem. But however, this meets quarterly, so therefore, I'd be happy to participate in the upcoming sessions. So I'll put my name into the hat for this.
Okay. Perfect.
Well, I would say it's yours. I'm still might go anyway, but yes, you're in.
Thank you.
Then lastly is the Travel Expense Review Committee, which I believe Mayor Pro Tem Jackson is on that as well.
And once again, I don't mind staying on this one.
So that review committee doesn't necessarily meet. They only, whenever there's travel, then they'll review the expenses, if any, that are turned in. Would you like to do that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I will ask you again if there's anybody who's wishing to change any other assignment. You're on, I know Councilwoman Bennett, you're on the Hospital Authority. You want to stay there? They have a noon
I know, they do have a new.
meeting.
It would be easier if I weren't, I'm not gonna lie.
Fine. No harm. We'd rather know now than not
We
have
just-
somebody show. And I know it's hard. Again, it's hard because we all work and some of these things are done not at the most convenient hours. So we'll cover the next meeting. And I can do that easy enough. Okay. And then animal control,
It's 3 times.
yeah. And we told them, I think when I was on it, we said, hey, can we meet later in the day? Because again, those people worked. So, okay.
Do we have an opening on that again?
No. Anything else?
No.
regarding that? Seeing none, hearing none? Okay, you got that?
Thank you.
All righty, thank you. Next up is A4, which is discuss future agenda items. And I'll start my right.
I know it's not on there, but Ben and Gerardo, while he was out of town, did address my request, and they are working through that.
Okay,
So thank you.
all righty. Councilman Jackson?
No, I'm good, Mayor. Thank you.
Okay. Councilman Merritt?
Nothing to add, Mayor, but I will remind you and City Manager that we had a conversation about this particular process, and we were looking at potentially discussing improvements and enhancements in this. And I just wanted to remind you that we'd had that conversation. So.
Okay, thank you. Councilman Roman?
Nothing from me. Thank you.
Councilman Baird?
Nothing for me either. Thank you.
All right. Well, that concludes our study session for this afternoon. I would invite everybody to come back at 6 o'clock for our regular city council meeting. Should be an interesting one. And so with that, I will adjourn and then we will reconvene here at 6.